Hey guys, it's the holidays, and that means it's time for resolutions. So we put together a little list, if you will, of resolutions we want for Hollywood in 2018. I'm Joe Starr. I'm joined by your favorite Screen Junkies, Dan Murrell.
Hi.
Spencer J Gilbert.
Yo.
Hal Rudnick.
What's up?
Danielle Radford.
Hi.
I like that all of you have very specific choose a character selection responses.
I like it.
This is my fighting crew of choice in any fighting game. Guys, let's get into it. We've all got some things that we hope Hollywood sort of leans into in the new year. So Hal, get us started.
You know, one thing I'm not sick of yet, and I'd love to see more of, are R-rated comic book movies. I kind of look at them like I love Marvel as much as the next guy, and you know, the MCU is a delight, but like Logan and Deadpool, it's kind of like the anti-Marvel. There's more grit, there's the blood, the raw violence of Logan, just the irreverence and disrespect, the flat out I don't give an F from Deadpool.
Thank you for not making this video R-rated.
Yes, you're welcome. Give an F. So yeah, I'm not sick of it yet. I'm sure there'll come a point where it's like they go to that well too many times, but they haven't as of yet. So I could go for some more R-rated comic books.
Take that, and beyond those, everybody loved Dread.
Yeah.
Good R-rated film.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Blade.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Blade.
The one that started it all. You
Who
guys.
doesn't like Watchmen?
I will go to bat for the director's cut. The director's cut makes it an actual movie. I will go to bat for that.
There you go.
I like Watchmen more than
Add another
a lot
half
of
an
folks, but
hour.
yeah, that opening sequence.
Very, very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Danielle, what you got?
I think that my biggest wish is I am ready for us to start. Like, there are so many incredibly talented actors, and we keep kind of going to the same like 5 or 6 Chris's. So I am ready for us to expand. Look, those are some.
Choose which ones. Right now. Choose who right now.
I actually could do this, but like those are some talented Chris's, and I love the Chris's. But like, I'm ready to start. Finding more actors and giving them chances to have these star turns, and I feel like that's something that you know, a lot of studios aren't willing to make that risk anymore, and I'm excited. I always like getting to see someone I've never seen before just knock it out of the park. So that's what I'm hoping for more of. I hope for more chances for people who aren't the same like 8 people that head up every movie to start getting it stuff.
Because all those Chris's were once nobodies.
Exactly.
You know? Somebody found those Chris's and said, "I need a Chris."
You'll do. Find me a blue-eyed Chris.
Funny thing, their names were not Chris. It's like Santa Claus. You just pass the title down.
Yes.
They put on the pants.
They put on the pants and they became
a Hollywood Chris.
Now you're a Hollywood
The
Chris.
Santa Chris.
Those are some piercing eyes, by the way.
Yeah, like, you see that? Like,
Yeah.
I was hypnotized. Like, just the 4 of those eyes all in a row like that in that
Right?
picture. That's
Yeah.
very hypnotic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Look at that. It's like a Svengali kind of effect.
Man.
It's bizarre.
Could we turn the brightness down a little?
the Chris Finity gauntlet.
Man, I am swimming in the blue sea of Hemsworth.
Gonna need the studio to myself for a minute. Going into 2018, you guys, are there particular actors you've got your eye on that, like, hey, this is their year, or people that you really want to see sort of get handed the ball?
Super ready for that Bozeman.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Chadwick
Chadwick.
Boseman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super ready
Yeah.
for that.
I mean, Chadwick's been killing it.
He has
though.
been killing it.
Yeah.
That is super true. I want to be surprised. Like, I want to see someone that I have not seen yet.
Just a straight up no name.
Just a straight up no name, or like someone who was on like 1 episode of The Good Place. Like, I want like that's what I want to start seeing.
I'm ready for Saoirse Ronan to stop doing good movies and to start doing like big franchise mediocre tentpoles.
Yes, get your check.
Yeah,
Get
her a
your
check.
you've earned that check.
Cash those checks.
Catch them checks.
Dan,
Yeah.
what's your Hollywood resolution?
Well, that's a good transition, actually, because I believe that there's so many movies like Lady Bird, starring Saoirse Ronan, and The Big Sick, and really great independent films this year, and I feel like a lot of them just struggled to get that kind of exposure, and I feel like, you know, a lot of studios are going to be flush with a little extra cash, maybe soon, but I also feel like we've seen, look at the phenomenal rise in things like trailer reaction videos, and theme park rides. I want to see these small to medium budget movies become marketed like blockbusters. I would love to watch my favorite YouTubers react to the latest Shape of Water trailer. Let's get the word out. Let's get the buzz going. These blockbusters are steamrolling everything. Like, I want Lady Bird Land at Universal Studios.
You want the Call Me By My Name YouTube review with butter knives with Logan claws?
Yeah, like I want to see 4 YouTubers. There you go, the Lady Bird experience.
Wow.
I want to see.
Chris has not seen the movie.
I want to see 5 screenshots of YouTube movie reviewers holding peaches in identical poses for Call Me By Your Name reviews. I want to see Guillermo del Toro Waterman cosplay. Well, you're already going to see that, actually. But what I'm saying is I think that studios should start hyping their small movies as much as they hype their big movies, because you guess what? Like 70 to 80% of the time, they're way better.
Yeah.
So let's get that hype machine rolling equally for all movies. I want to go to theme park land, ghost story themed rides at Disneyland.
I'm gonna eat the Florida Project burger.
Dan,
exactly.
Dan,
Big sick tower of cancer terror.
Yes.
You say you want to see those YouTube videos. You make YouTube videos.
He does.
He does.
You could.
He does.
You could.
I do.
Yeah.
Leading the
About these
charge.
movies.
There are a precious few of us out there that are pushing these movies, and I want to see people snickety-snickting in front of green screens about Brigsby Bear and Logan. You can do both.
Yeah.
I remember
like
that.
it.
I like it. I would like, in the past couple years, as we know from things like Charting with Dan and stuff like that, international box office is playing a bigger and bigger role in the decisions Hollywood makes. And but I feel like it's not affecting the creative choices that they make so much. And so I want Hollywood to start thinking a little more globally, creatively. I think it's weird that I think maybe the last native to Asia director was like John Woo was doing got a few major Hollywood franchises. Donnie Yen has been in 3 American movies, and like that dude's a legend. So I was just thinking, as we're gonna have a Star Wars movie every year forever, and those were inspired by like Kurosawa, Seven Samurai, and so maybe instead of hiring more guys that were inspired by watching Kurosawa movies over here, just go to the source and get his spiritual successors.
I was gonna say, you have a Kurosawa's not available.
No, he's not. But like Takeshi Mike,
monkey's paw.
I do. But that's a different video. But a guy like Takeshi Mike, who directed 13 Assassins, he did Audition. These are amazing visual directors that could really just give you some fantastic movies. Imagine a studio being like, hey, we want to back an Edgar Wright, Stephen Chow project, like stuff like that. That would be so cool.
Get my $5.
Yeah, there was they've got my Logan Claw review. There was a movie this year called How to Be a Latin Lover, starring Eugenio Derbez. And it was completely under the radar, which is ridiculous because he did a movie called Instructions Not Included, highest grossing Spanish language film in the world in history. It did huge here, but you didn't hear about it. And like, I don't think talent is cultural. Talent is talent. And if a studio says, oh my God, we've got something here, release it wide. Don't do an English language remake. Like, run with this. Like, this guy should be a major, major star. He is everywhere else in the world. Why do we hit the brakes here so much? That's my preachy as hell resolution.
Those are really good points, Joe Starr.
Spencer, top it.
Guys, it's time to legalize it. Yeah, I said it. I'm not high. I'm often accused of being high on these shows. I have not partaken in 5-10 years. It does mess with your memory, because before that I certainly was. But I think that the movie-going experience can only be helped by combining with safe, responsible, recreational marijuana use. I think that in 2018, if we can bring this about, I'm speaking specifically to the snack bar. I think
Edibles at the concession stand.
Is the, you know,
Y'all gotta know your edibles though, because don't pass out in the theater.
And your movies, by
and
the
your
way.
movies.
There's Get Out would be no, thank you. Going into the sunken place on weed, no thank you. I don't need it.
Certain genres of like more experimental, boundary pushing film, I think it would be a better experience. I think for comedy it would be better, and it would just help you sit through a lot of stinkers otherwise, because you get movie theaters are perfect. They're dark. There's a recliner. There's a big thing on a screen in front of you, and you're eating candy. So like this is peanut butter and chocolate here, guys. Let's make it happen.
I would love to watch Last Jedi on some Jedi OG. Like I think that would be
Hell yeah.
really nice.
I would love to watch Crank on Crank. Wait, this just took a turn.
But you know what? An accurate and correct
And
turn.
like also I hate that like people, the thing now is to like drink and eat during a movie at the fancy movie theaters where they like give you like lobster bisque and like a microbrew and stuff like that. Like there are so few movies that pair well with like getting drunk. There are not very many drunk movies.
No.
I saw Pan's Labyrinth drunk. It was terrible. And also I don't want to hear someone like clanging around with cutting into a spare rib or
like
something.
the Will Ferrell awkward family sketch.
I haven't seen that one.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and particularly alcohol does not encourage friendlier theater behavior. Quite the opposite. Whereas I do feel like if legalizing it inside of movie theaters,
you would be absorbed in the
chilling
film.
out the audience a lot more.
So much more chill. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
and then I wouldn't have to smoke it in the parking structure like a goddamn refugee.
So that's my
Give it to our refugees. Welcome to America.
Go smoke this in the parking lot.
Hal, give us another resolution.
You know
Besides not smoking weed with high schoolers in public places.
Hanging out in the 7-Eleven parking lot. You know what? In 2018, you know what I want to see more of? More Lithgow.
Okay.
Image.
Yeah. There's the dude.
As a villain, as a hero, character actor, comedian, he can do it all. The same way Dan wants Lady Bird Land and A24 amusement parks, I want Lithgow Land. I want Lithgow franchises. I want Lithgow in 3D. Give me Lithgow!
Where did those come from?
Whoa. Wow. Like he's really here.
You look like Biff's henchman from Back to the Future.
I also don't want you to break that face for the rest of this video.
Wow. Let's go. That's
Danielle,
awesome.
What's your second resolution? Actually, stop it. It's making me nervous.
I guess much in the same vein as more Lithgow, I want more porgs.
Okay.
I want more porgs.
I'm sure you'll get him.
I don't think they're that.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare like that last night.
What if John Lithgow voiced a porg?
Oh, man.
Sell me tickets. Give me tickets. But no, like I think porgs are cute. I know that they are meant for me to think that they're cute and then to buy stuff, and it worked. I want porgs and everything. I want the Black Widow movie to just be a porg. I want when Thanos puts on the Infinity Gauntlet, he's just putting on a porg. Like just more porgs. Porgs and everything.
Like actually like a actual porg that's like just feathers and blood.
You know what would be pretty? You know what would be pretty sick? Porgs in 3D.
That'd be very sick.
Fade it in, JT.
On weed.
On weed. In a small independent release.
In a small, at a theme park.
Oh,
Yeah. Directed by Stephen Jackson.
A little indie about porgs.
About a porg?
About a porg?
Yeah, I'll totally watch About a Porg
story.
A porg story.
I porg. I
Dan?
watch it.
Yeah.
Dan, what else you think?
This is a note to Disney, so I'm sure they'll listen. I am a fan of the Star Warses. I am a fan of the Marvels of the world. However, as a moviegoer, for me to love a franchise, I kind of have to miss it for a minute. And I feel like the way that they're doing, it's like, yeah, exactly. Like if you go somewhere every single day, even like Disney World, you're going to lose some appreciation because it's just business as usual. And I feel like now in their cycle, we're at 2 to 3 Marvel movies a year and at least 1 Star Wars movie a year right now. I feel like I need to miss them a little bit. So my pitch would be to Disney, alternate your years. Give me a Star Wars year, give me a Marvel year. Then give me it. So I'm going at least a year between these movies because I love them, they're fun, but I need to miss them. I need to miss him just a little bit.
That's a great
and 9
point.
to 12 months, or in some with Marvel movies, is 3 to 4 months in between. It's not enough for me to be like, oh man, I can't wait for the next one. I'm just buying the last one on Blu-ray. So my pitch would be alternate years. You got a Star Wars year, you got a Marvel year. Trust me, they're still gonna make plenty of money, and you let people miss these things a little bit. I miss missing things.
Yeah, you don't like that just instant access to absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I get.
You
I
need
like
to
that.
miss it. Gotta miss it a little bit.
Yeah,
to
it's like if I had
appreciate it.
sushi last night, I'm not gonna want to have sushi today. But if I had sushi 2 weeks ago, then it's like, oh yeah, give me that yellowtail.
Exactly.
Love that you're still wearing them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna ride this out.
I think give me that yellowtail. I want that on a shirt. Give me that yellowtail.
This is giving me a headache. By the way.
Song. Call back to a video that we did weeks ago.
Yeah.
In that fun.
You just broke the timeline.
I did. Just absolutely broke our pre-tape kayfabe. Hey guys, we're at home with our families right now. So my second one is also a note to Disney and other studios. Good movie posters. For the love of God. Here's some horrible movie posters from this year. Let's take a look at them.
not great.
You know, they did the Alex Ross art, but then they just crammed it all in and then covered it in these logos that don't mean anything to
It's like
anyone.
when you're taking a selfie and everyone's like, all right, scooch in a little bit more.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
the
scooch in a little bit
uncropped
more.
version of that. Like, how are
Okay.
they all?
Let's do one.
I
Not
think the
smiling.
Flash has the selfie stick.
Yeah, definitely.
I loved someone did art of this where they drew what everyone else would look like and they put Wonder Woman in like the sorority pose, like the sorority squad.
Like, yeah, bending down in the front.
It was fantastic.
And
Actually, I don't think the Flash needs a selfie stick. I think he could just like
kind of
throw the phone up and then
Yeah.
just run around and get in it.
True. Which, you know what? If they did that poster from a different angle and it was the Justice League doing, so that would have been a more interesting poster.
there you go.
Let's look at this next bad one. Let's just crank through them. It's just just
lazy.
people with a Photoshop filter in a group, so you see who's in the movie. I hate it. It's boring.
Very great.
Oh, that's an atrocious.
I don't even know
This thing was just
what-
atrocious.
Wow.
That's atrocious.
Oh, terrible. It's
Awful.
like
Just really badly done. And then also the other normal Spider-Man. Again, just here's
looks like our
everything.
set.
Yeah, it does a
It
little
really
bit.
does. It really does. We don't like this so much.
Tag yourself. I'm Zendaya.
Again, you take this. I think Black Panther has such an amazing impact. Just the fact that all of these people it's going to be a major Hollywood release. All these people in this film together, and then you just do another boring. Here's everybody that's in it. We Photoshop them together. Here's a background. Here's a
It
helicopter.
looks so visually different from all of the other Marvel movies. Why wouldn't you show more of that and less of, hey, here's some heads?
Is that how Marvel gets so many stars? Like the only thing they bring to the table is like the stars are like, I've never been on a poster before.
Don't
Marvel's like,
worry.
well, you are.
Yeah, you're
in
about
luck.
to. You're about to.
Martin Freeman, you're on the poster with Andy Serkis.
Now, here's the thing, and here's my fix. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but both Marvel Entertainment and DC also own comic book companies. They don't just make films and television. And those
is a
comic book companies
What are those?
employ some of the most fucking talented artists in the world. And I don't understand why a Photoshop intern is doing your posters when you have all, like, let's just roll cool comic book covers.
Cool. Very striking.
I love this Captain America
That's
poster.
gorgeous.
It's iconic. This Black Science poster from Image Comics. You ask a bunch of questions. It's dynamic looking. It's fun. It's weird. Here's a better Amazing Spider-Man poster. Everybody's still there, but there's stuff happening. He's swinging away with Mary Jane. Everybody's reaching up to try to get him. It's not just, where can we slap this Photoshop of Robert Downey Jr.? Let's go through another one. This screams DC to me. This screams Justice League to me. The New Frontier. Just this great,
I love Darwin
dramatic,
Cook.
answer the call sort of World War II propaganda pose. Love it. And then just this weird Transformers poster. Instead of a gray mess like the Transformers posters all are, this thing, there's just a bunch of dead bodies in the corner and everything's fine. What does that mean? I don't know. I'll go see a Transformers movie to find out, because that was weird and quirky. That's me. Better posters, for the love of God.
Nice.
Please.
Can't do it anymore. Spencer, take us out.
Guys, we're being hoodwinked. We're being lied to. We're being
Bamboozled?
Bamboozled. Thank you, my personal
word.
thesaurus, Hal Rudnick.
Good word.
They're still making Star Wars prequels. They just aren't calling them that. We remember Rogue One? How that was a prequel to the Star Wars trilogy?
It was by definition a prequel.
You know how Solo is a prequel to the Star Wars original trilogy?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Wake up, sheeple! They're prequels! Stop selling us prequels and calling them stories. They're stories set before the story that we started with, so they're prequels. They come before, they're explaining things that happen. I don't want Solo to fail, but I want people to be like, okay, that's the last one.
Done now.
I wonder if much like that creepy desk button that like locks the door, if you say the word prequel on like a Star Wars lot, do you just get sucked down into like...
Yeah.
You know how
and then they buy your pitch.
You know how in Rogue, yeah, exactly. You know how in Rogue One the Death Star can just blast you from space.
Yeah.
That's what happens if you say prequel on the Disney lot.
Yep.
Nice.
I just don't need to. Everything just gets less cool and over-explained in these things. So I'm excited about the future of Star Wars. I would go see the new trilogy that is coming after this trilogy. I would see ones that take place in whole other portions of the galaxy with whole other characters. But let's stop this. This teat is dry of the original trilogy. It has been wrung dry, and there's nothing more to squeeze from it creatively, so please stop.
I like it. I like it a lot. Quit explaining every facet of the Star Wars to us.
Just go on Wikipedia, like just scroll that for 2.5 hours if
And
you
there you
really
go.
need to make a movie. Yeah.
And I feel like if something important enough went on with Boba Fett, they would have put it in the original trilogy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the prequels.
Feeling good, guys. Hey, guys, how you feeling about 2018? With all of these in place.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, with all of that in place, for sure.
Yeah, I feel pretty chill about it. Yeah.
Shaping up to be one heck of a year.
Is 2018 just gonna pop right off the screen, buddy?
Man, I'm going to be living life three-dimensionally.
And we hope you guys do too. Hope you enjoyed your holidays, and we will see you in 2018. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.